Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing very well, staying safely at home with your family members and doing the study as well. Okay, so today as you can see in my back, we are here for one more experiment, that is to determine the resistance per centimeter of a given wire by plotting a graph of potential difference versus current. So indirectly we can say we are going to verify the Ohm's law. Okay. Now you can see what are the apparatus we require for this experiment. Is a resistance wire, a voltmeter, an ammeter, connecting wires, a rheostat, one-way key and battery eliminator. All these things we require for this experiment. This is a very simple experiment. Coming to the working formula of this experiment, simply the Ohm's law we have to verify as I have already stated. So we know according to Ohm's law that at a constant temperature the potential difference at the terminals of a connecting or circuit is directly proportional to the amount of current passing through the ends. Right? So that is V is directly proportional to I, or we can write using the proportionality constant V equal to Ri. Since we have to find out the value of resistance, I can write it R equal to V upon I. Correct? So these are the working formula. Now we will go to the circuit connection, which is very important because according to that we are gonna have our observations. Okay, let's see. So here as you all can see, this is the circuit diagram. This is a battery eliminator, rheostat, ammeter, voltmeter and the wire of which we have to find out the value of resistance. So from the positive terminal of the battery, we will connect the positive terminal of the ammeter. Then the negative terminal of the ammeter will be connected to the positive terminal of the voltmeter, that will be in series combination. Voltmeter's negative terminal will be connected to the upper terminal of the rheostat and the lower terminal of the rheostat will be connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Okay, and the wire of which we have to find out this resistance or R will be connected in parallel across the terminals of the voltmeter. Okay. So that is all about circuit connections and the experiment. Apart from that, by getting all the observations, we will have to plot a graph because here it is mentioned that we have to plot a graph of potential difference versus current. So in that thing we have to take the current observations along y-axis, voltage observations or potential difference observations along x-axis. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this will be the origin. Then the manner of this graph should be a straight line passing through the origin. After that we have to take a slope of it. Okay, ABC. So the value of R will be equal to AB upon BC. Okay, this much we need to find out. Lastly, we need to divide the value of resistance with the length of the wire which we have used to find out the resistance per centimeter of the given wire. Okay, this is the prior knowledge. Now let's move to the circuit connection and the observation. So students, as we have discussed and I have already said what apparatus we require for this experiment. First of all, we require a battery eliminator, an ammeter of 0 to 3 volt range and a voltmeter of 0 to 3 volt range, a rheostat, a one-way key and some connecting wires as well as a wire of which we need to find out the resistance. Okay, so now let me connect all these things and make you aware of this connection. First of all, we will start from the positive terminal of the battery. Okay. Now this will be connected to the positive terminal of the ammeter. Next, the negative terminal of the ammeter will be connected to the positive terminal of the voltmeter. Negative terminal of the ammeter will be connected to the positive terminal of this voltmeter. Next, we will connect the negative terminal of the voltmeter to the upper end. See, there are, as I have already mentioned, there are two terminals of a rheostat, upper end and lower end, or upper terminal or lower terminal. So here the negative terminal of the voltmeter will be connected to the upper terminal of the rheostat. Make sure all the connections are perfectly tight. Okay. Next, we will connect this lower end of this rheostat or lower terminal of the rheostat to one terminal of this one-way key. So let me connect that for you all. Yes. And lastly, we will connect the other end of this one-way key to the negative terminal of the battery. Okay. Connection is complete except one part, that is the wire of which we need to find out the resistance, and it will be connected in parallel to the voltmeter. So let me connect this. Just ignore the background noise. Some construction work is going on, because of that the sound is coming. So now you can see the wire is connected in parallel. Okay. So yes, this is all about the circuit connection. Now we will head into the observation part. Let's see. So this is the complete arrangement as you have seen. Let me summarize it again, that the positive terminal of the battery is connected in series to the positive terminal, positive terminal of the battery is connected to the positive terminal of the ammeter. Negative terminal of the ammeter is connected to the positive terminal of the voltmeter. Negative terminal of the voltmeter is connected to the upper terminal of the rheostat. Lower terminal of the rheostat is connected to one terminal of this one-way key. Okay, and the next terminal of the one-way key is connected to the negative terminal of battery eliminator. This is the complete circuit, and the wire of which we need to find out the resistance is connected in parallel across this voltmeter, as we have already discussed in case of the circuit connection. Correct? Now we will take the observations. Before that, we should note down if there is any error in the instrument we are using. So just observe this instrument. You can see the red line, which is the pointer of this instrument, is perfectly coinciding with the 0. So there is no 0 error, and the range of this voltmeter is from 0 to 3 volt. Coming to the least count of this voltmeter, you can see the least count of this voltmeter will be 0.05 volt. Right? Similarly, going to this ammeter section, here also the red line is perfectly coinciding with the 0. So the 0 error for this instrument is also 0. Range of this ammeter is again from 0 to 3 ampere, and the least count is again same as voltmeter, that is 0.05 ammeter. Okay, remember all these things because we require all these things up for our calculation. Now let me show you the observation table. So these are the things which I have just shown you. So range of ammeter, as we have observed, that is from 0 to 3 ampere. Similarly, range of voltmeter is again from 0 to 3 volt. Least count is 0.05 ampere. This is again similarly 0.05 volt. Okay. Next is zero error. There is no zero error in both the instruments. So the zero correction will also be equal to 0. Okay. Now this is the table which we need to fill out. First we require the ammeter reading, voltmeter reading, then we have to find out the resistance. So to find out this ammeter reading and voltmeter reading, there are two tables as you can see. In the first table we are having observed value of current. Next we are having corrected value. That means observed value that we will see from the instrument, corrected that we have to add the observed value with the zero error correction. But as you all know that there is no zero error in our instrument, so the observed value and the corrected value will be same. The same will also be the case for the voltmeter reading as well. After getting all the readings, we have to divide each observation, then we will get the value of resistance. And after taking all the 5 observations, we have to take the mean of the resistance to find out the resistance of this given wire. So since the range of our voltmeter is from 0 to 3, we will consider 5 observations just in the manner we can set, that is 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5 and 2. This much reading we can take. Okay. So let us see, as I have already said, there is no zero error. So this value will also be same. That will be 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5 and 2. Okay. Now only job left is to find out the value of current for this value of voltage. Okay. Let's see that. So here I am turning the battery limiter on. Now we will change the position of this rheostat and we will observe the reading of ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, so now for the first thing you can see both the ammeter and voltmeters are showing 0. Okay, and as I have already said that we will start our observation from the 0 volt voltage. Now I will change. So as you have observed also that when the voltmeter is showing 0, the ammeter is also showing 0. Okay. Now we will change the position of this rheostat. So I am changing the position of this rheostat. I am sliding it again. So there is no change. Next reading we have to take for the 0.5 volt. So I am setting the rheostat at such a position so that the voltmeter reading will be 0.5 volt. It's going to adjust it very carefully with a slight deflection. Will change the value. Yes, I have set the voltmeter at 0.5 as you can see, and the ammeter reading, it is showing the value as, I'm sorry, the current is fluctuating. 1, it's showing 2. If you will observe this, the voltmeter is at 0.5. Just observe this from the eye level. So it is at 0.5 and the ammeter is showing 1.2. Okay. So I will write this value for 0.5 volt. The ammeter for 0 volt, this is again 0. For 0.5 volt, this is showing 1.2. So this will also be 1.2. Next we will take the observation for 1 volt. So let me arrange the voltmeter reading to 1 volt by sliding the position of this rheostat now. Yes, it is at 1 volt and I'm sorry, it's sliding again. 1 second. Yes, if you will observe now, voltmeter is at 1 volt and the current is going to 2.25, 2.5, 2.3. Okay, the ammeter reading it is showing 2.3. So I am writing it down here, 2.3 and 2.3. Okay, now we will set one more value, that is for 1.5 volt. So let us see that what result we are getting. Very slight deflection will give you a bigger result. 1 second. Okay, if you will see at 1.5 volt we are getting 3. Okay, so the maximum range of the ammeter has got. So we can't get one more value for 2 volt. So okay, I'm showing you a demo. So for this thing the value is coming as 3 volt. Okay, but I will suggest everyone to take such arrangement so that you can take at least 5 observations, right? For this thing we can do for like some shorter values, that is 0, 0.25, 0.5. okay, in this way also we can proceed with. So students, since we have observed 4 values for resistance and out of the 4 1 is giving us 0 value, so we will take the mean for 3 readings so that we will get the value of mean resistance as 0.45 ohm. Okay, after this we have to draw the graph or a plot, that is versus voltage and current. So here I have already taken the scale. As you can see here, along x-axis I have taken the voltage, that is V. This is x-axis. Similarly along y-axis I have considered the current in ampere, and this is the scale measurement. In x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 0.5 volt. Similarly in y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 0.5 ampere. Now we will point all the things in the graph paper that we have observed here. Then we will take the slope and we will see whether our values are coming same or different or little less or greater. Okay. So first of all, for 0 value, ammeter reading is also 0. So for 0 voltage, ammeter reading is 0 here. So this is the first point we got. Next, for 0.5 volt, we are getting 1.2. For 0.5 volt, we got the value of current as 1.2. So see, this is 0.5 volt, this is 1.1 and this is 1.2. Okay, clear? Next, at 1 volt we are getting 2.3 ampere. So this is 1 volt, this is 2 ampere, 2.1, 2.2 and here 2.3 ampere. Okay, and last at 1.5 volt we are getting 3 ampere. So 1.5 volt and we are getting, sorry, this is 3. Yes, so 3 ampere. Now we have to join all the 4 points. Let's see whether it is coming along the straight line passing through the origin or not. Remember one thing while doing such graphs, be careful that at least from all the observations, at least 3 of the readings are coming along the same line. Okay, let's see this. So I have connected it now, and as I was expecting, out of the 4 only 3 points are well passing through this straight line. So yes, now we can say that Ohm's law is satisfied, that we are getting a linear curve for this voltage versus current graph. Next thing is we have to take this slope. But slope we know that is we have to take tan theta. Okay. So for this thing we have to consider a triangle. So I have taken this triangle ABC. So for this triangle, the slope of the graph tan theta will be equal to AB by AC that is BC by AB. Tan theta, yes, that would be BC by AB. Okay, this is not A. Tan theta will be BC by AB, so that would be equal to delta I upon delta V. So in order to find resistance, we will take the slope as cot theta, which will be equal to delta V by delta I, or that will be equal to AB by BC. So if you will observe this thing, AB is coming as 1 minus 0.5 divided by BC is coming as 2.3 minus 1.2. Yes, this is coming as 2.3 minus 1.2. So that will be 0.5 divided by 1.1. And if I will divide this thing, after dividing, this value is coming as 0.45 ohm. And as we have found that this is coming as, after dividing it by 3, it is coming as 0.446 ohm. So almost we are getting the same value. It is coming as 0.45 and it is coming as 0.446 ohm. Okay. So in this way we can show that we can verify Ohm's law, or we can say that the resistance of the wire can be found out. Okay. So that is all for this Ohm's law experiment. If you are having any confusion or any doubts regarding the connections, regarding the observations taken, please just comment below the video section. I will definitely reply to that. I hope it is understood by everyone. So thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.